This is a severe weather episode of Wycel. Please heed the advice of authorities in your area and have more than one way to receive weather alerts. What you can expect live is produced by D-Weather and is presented by Snowscapes.
All right, good morning, everybody. It is Thursday. There's a lot happening. There's a lot going on. A lot has been happening this morning, a lot happening behind the scenes, a lot to talk about. I'm going to start with this because I know I do it every day, but it bears repeating. That's your forecast right now. We'll get to that in a second, but I want to definitely pay homage to Snowscapes. If it wasn't for Snowscapes, we wouldn't be doing Wycel every single day last month or this month, April. Can't believe it's April already. What is it? April what? How's it April 3rd already? So Snowscapes, Andy, Katie, local business, tree work. If you ask anybody who's ever used Snowscapes, they will tell you what a great company they are. Their equipment, their experience, their personnel, their owners, Andy and Katie. If you ask anybody about Andy and Katie, they'll tell you that they're salt of the earth people, just fucking good, like legitimately just decent people. Better than good, they're decent. They're just really fucking spectacular people. So thanks to Andy and Katie and Snowscapes for sponsoring Wycel this month and last month. Again, if they weren't sponsoring, we probably wouldn't be doing it every single day. So thanks to them. And you should tag them in posts. You should go like and follow them on Facebook. Andy, Katie, Snowscapes, thank you very, very much. Our forecast today. So I mentioned in our preview a couple hours ago that we would see a lightning in the sky. Not lightning, a lightening. The clouds would get thinner. It would get brighter outside. We're not going to see sunshine, but we're going to see a brightening outside. That's going to bring our temperatures up to probably the mid-70s today. Initially, I thought like 72-ish for the Lehigh Valley. I boosted it up to 75, because why the hell not? Also, behind the scenes, or not behind the scenes, an Easter egg, if you will, a DeWeather Easter egg. If you pay attention to DeWeather, there is something that happens in every 3-day forecast, the 3-day, that's it, DE, the number 3 day. Do you know what it is? If you pay attention, you know what it is. In every single 3-day, there's a little Easter egg. Every single one of them. Do you know what it is? You probably don't. It's very subtle, but if you pay attention, you might know what it is. So again, we get to the mid-70s today. We'll get periods of showers and rain later. We'll see a thunderstorm. The chance for thunderstorm increases as we go through the afternoon. I think we probably won't see one before 5-ish and likely won't see one until after dark. And overnight, the rain and showers will be around pretty much everywhere. The storms are going to be hit or miss, but they could be potent. They could be very strong where they happen. So be mindful of that. You get some gusty winds, lots of lightning, even hail is possible. Can we roll out a tornado? No. There's a lot. It's a very dynamic atmosphere going on. That whole thing going out west is a whole other situation. We're going to talk about that too. But today, the mid-70s. Tonight, we're going to get down to about 50. It's going to be pretty mild out tonight. Tomorrow, more showers, more periods of rain. Low to mid-60s. Overnight lows again, right around 50, maybe the upper 40s. Saturday, more showers, more rain. That might stop. The precipitation might stop as we get towards sunset on Saturday. Maybe 5-ish in the afternoon, it could come to a stop. Mid to upper 50s on Saturday. It's not the clouds, Tim, not the clouds. And then again, lows around 50, the upper 40s for Saturday night. So lows basically, essentially, around 50 tonight, tomorrow night, and Saturday night. Precipitation all 3 days. We'll get it later on today, overnight tonight. Tomorrow, showers, spotty rain, periods of rain. And Saturday, pretty much a washout during the day and cooler. And it's going to be a cooling trend as we get into next week as well. Let's talk about what is happening everywhere today. This is the Storm Prediction Center guidance for today. If you've been paying attention, you have seen it. This is actually different than it was yesterday. It is expanded a little bit. Again, we have training going on here. Not training like weightlifting or running training, Palmerton. But we have just the same area being impacted by this weather, just pumping up and going through, pumping up and going through, and that is causing massive problems for these areas, massive problems, and it's going to continue to today, tomorrow, Saturday, then later on Saturday towards Sunday, it's actually going to start moving out, and then by Sunday, the threat for severe weather is actually going to be down in this area. So here, let's just go ahead and draw this, right? Here's our circle of concern. So many tornadoes, so much flooding, so many flash floods. That's going to continue today. Flash flood warnings are probably going to be off the chart today. Tornadoes will start firing up later this afternoon through the evening into the overnight tonight. So that is the Storm Prediction Center for today. This is the Storm Prediction Center for tornadoes today, and you'll notice that there are hashed areas on this. This meaning that these areas here are likely to see stronger, longer-lasting tornadoes. I'm going to tell you why. We're going to break all that down for you in a little bit. This is the Storm Prediction Center guidance today for hail. And again, we're talking about these same areas. And again, red hash, yellow hash, meaning extraordinarily large hail. Apple sized, baseball sized, grapefruit sized. And then we get to winds. The winds expanding very close to our area. We will see a breeze today as we get later in the day and through the evening and the overnight today. And then we have the excessive rainfall for today. These same damn areas. This is going to cause that flooding, and the flash flooding is going to expand, going to continue. There's already been so many flash floods. Then we get into the Storm Prediction Center guidance for tomorrow. Tomorrow you're going to notice it's those same areas again and again and again. That'll continue through today and tomorrow and Saturday before again finally departing on Sunday. It's going to impact our weather, and we'll talk about that too, but we need to figure out the system here. Our chance for storms tonight will be late afternoon. I don't think we see anything before 5 o'clock, and I really don't think we start seeing a really good chance for storms, some of them very gusty, after dark tonight and into the overnight tonight. This is the guidance for today. This is for tomorrow. Let me get back to so you have today, you have tomorrow, and then you have Saturday. And then finally on Sunday, it moves away. The threat diminishes greatly as that stuff starts finally being pushed off to the east Sunday. I want to show you this map because this is very concerning. This is probably the most concerning portion of this. This is the excessive rain for today. This is the excessive rain for tomorrow. And then this is going to be the excessive rain for Saturday. These same areas just getting inundated. And then again, Saturday, there's no chance for excessive rain because the system will finally be moving out on Sunday, with that threat being in a very small area over eastern Mississippi, most of Alabama, western Georgia, and the panhandle of Florida. And then once that's gone, we get a break from severe weather. And Lord knows most of the country could use a break from the severe weather. There is a lot going on. We have this excessive rain threat. This is the accumulated rain for the next 24 hours. And this is expanded. It has been enhanced since yesterday. This is a larger threat now with more precipitation than initially expected yesterday and the day before. Because we got more rain, frankly, yesterday than was expected. So this is the 24-hour period starting today for excessive rain in a 24-hour period. This is the 48-hour period if we include today and tomorrow. And then if we include today, tomorrow, and Saturday, we get this. Friends, that's a lot of rain. That's up to 2+ feet of rain in some places. And then if we go through the 5-day total that includes Monday, then we see that that precipitation is finally on the move to the east and the southeast. But that is horrific. That is devastating, catastrophic flooding. It is already occurring. It's only going to get worse today, worse tomorrow, worse Saturday, and finally as it moves out later on Saturday into Sunday. I often talk about our disaster task force. I talk about them a lot, actually. But there's something that, and they're kind of the unsung heroes of the weather, especially the weather cares. And I will often talk to you about what they do when a system is when severe weather is about to occur. They're preparing for it days ahead of time. When we know something has happened, they start preparing for it. We try to figure out where it's going to outbreak so we can focus on those areas. And then as things unfold, as events start happening, they start monitoring the outbreak or the severe weather events. Not always an outbreak, but in this case, the outbreak. And when tornadoes occur, when they are warned, they mark the warning area. When there's impacts, they mark the impacts. When they assess an area and figure out there's no need there, maybe it's a rural area, maybe it's just very minimal damage, then they mark that as well. When there's flash flooding, they mark that as well. I want to show you that. This, friends, is what that looks like. All of these yellow dots are tornado warnings. These have yet to be assessed in terms of damage to figure out what the needs may be. The reds that you see are tornadoes that occurred that did cause or create damage. It's very hard to see on here. And then we have the blues, which is the flash flooding. And then if you go to the black area, this one right here, if you click on that, it'll tell you exactly what it is. It's Lake City, Arkansas. And that is black because there is a need there. If we click on, let's go to a green one here. This is New Madrid County, Missouri. There is apparently no damage there, no need. There's no need there, I should say. And then if we go to the yellow, we know there is a warning here in Laureldale County, Tennessee, but it has yet to be assessed by the task force volunteers to figure out exactly what the needs may or may not be. So that still needs to be determined. And then we go to flash flooding out here to the west. We go to, well, I can't see that, Howe County, Missouri. So we know that there was flash flooding there. And again, we will assess that and see what the damage is. But this is what they've done since the outbreak started yesterday. And it may not look like a lot, but I'm telling you, that is a lot. And we can go by state. So we can narrow down by state. Let's say we want to focus on Missouri. I said it right, by the way. Then we uncheck all the other states that have had impacts. And we just have the Missouri locations, right? So we can see that there's a lot of areas that were impacted in Tennessee. Missouri, sorry. We can click on this one. Again, it's Cape Girardeau in Missouri. We can click down here in Chaffee, Missouri. We can click here on Whitewater, Missouri, and so on and so forth. This is Cape Girardeau County, outside of the actual town of Cape Girardeau. We can go down here to Chaffee. I have no idea how you say that. But we can do that. So we know, since it's red, that there were issues there. Now we can come south of there and we can go to Scott County, Missouri. Yes, there was a tornado. There appears to be no needs there, thankfully. And then we can come back out here to western Missouri, or southern Missouri, and we see in Ozark County, in the Ozarks, there were flash flooding. We go up here to Howe County, there was flash flooding. We go to Douglas County, flash flooding. We drove by all these places last weekend, by the way. And then again, if we want to get rid of Missouri, not get rid of Missouri, but we want to move on from Missouri and assess let's say they want to assess Kentucky. Well, there's Kentucky, and we can zoom in on Kentucky, and we can see all the tornado warnings that have occurred. And we know right here that there is a impact there. There was damage there in Madisonville County, or in Madisonville, Kentucky. We know there was damage in Smithland County, but we still have to assess Cumberland County and Allen County and McCrary and all these other areas. So this is what the task force does. So when I tell you that the team is assessing damage, well, first of all, monitoring the event, and this is the first step. They start putting yellow markers for the tornado warnings, and they put the blue flash flood markers up for the flash flooding, state by state, area by area, region by region. That is what this looks like. This is the work they do. And then they begin the assessment, changing them to green or red. And then eventually, unfortunately, to black, like here in Lake City, Arkansas, which was just devastated and has a need. That is what the volunteers at the task force do. That's Lori who leads that. There's Tammy. There's Tim that does all that. And I'm going to tell you right now, nobody fucking does it as good as they do, as thoroughly as they do, and nobody does the due diligence like they do it. That is the very first step in the process. Identifying, monitoring, assessing, and then identifying needs. They're tremendous at it. Nobody does it better than them. No one is more thorough than them. And that is how we are able to help as many people as we are in the worst hit locations. Because we do all that homework. We do all that work ourselves. So again, I talk about them quite often, but I don't think I pay them the respect that they truly, truly, truly deserve for all of the hard work that they do. That's your forecast. There's a lot more we can go into in terms of the severe weather. It's ongoing today, ongoing tomorrow, ongoing Saturday, and then finally diminishing on Sunday. Our task force, the Weather Cares Disaster Task Force, this thing, is going to be deploying. I know that we're probably going to Lake City, Arkansas, because there's absolutely a need there. There's a place in Tennessee that was just fucking annihilated. We'll probably go there. We have a lot to do. So again, the team, Lori, Tammy, and Tim have just been on this since the get-go, since before this even started. So we will often, like last weekend, we went to a place called Des Arc in Missouri. And we went to Piedmont in Missouri, places that you haven't heard of, that wasn't publicized. How did we know about them? Because Lori and Tammy and Tim did the research. We know every tornado that was issued. And we go in and we look. We look for needs. Not the places that are highly publicized that everybody rushes to, but all the other places too. So, in the interest of us deploying Selmer, thank you, Lori, that's it, Selmer, in Tennessee. To do that, we are going to be giving away gift cards. We're debating how to do it, but I think we have our solution. So we have, I'm going to read notes here because I'm not going to remember. We have a $25 Applebee's gift card. We have a $50 gift card that can be used at like 6 different restaurants. The $50 gift card can be used at Longhorns Steakhouse, Cheddar's, which is like one of Amber's favorite places. I didn't care for it. Olive Garden, which is like fancy Italian food for Parmatonians. Yard House, no idea what that is. Bahama Breeze, there's used to be one in King of Prussia. I don't think there's anyone near us. Or Stations 52, no fucking idea what that is. But there is a Longhorns Steakhouse in the Lehigh Valley. There is an Olive Garden, which is actually pretty much right next door to the Longhorns Steakhouse. And if you want to drive a little while, there's a Cheddar's out somewhere. Where is that? There's a Cheddar's too. But if you're in the Lehigh Valley, Longhorn or Olive Garden, you get a $50 gift card. You can use either one of those. The $25 Applebee's gift card and 4 $25 Wawa gift cards that we're going to give away as one lump sum. So you're going to get $100 in Wawa gift cards. The winner will get $100 in gift cards. Second place will get the $50 card for Longhorn or Olive Garden. And then the third place, we're going to pick 3 winners. And then the third winner will get the $25 Applebee's gift card. How do you do it, you ask? Well, I should have put it up in the ticker. Let me see if I can put it up in the ticker. Give me a second. It's $10 per entry. Just like we did the other gift card giveaway. It's $10 per entry. At the weather. Um, every $10 gets you an entry. Sorry, I'm trying to type. Let me do this while we're doing that. Oh, I can't. Never mind. So just look at the forecast, everybody. Look at the forecast. Um, all right, there you go. It should be up there now. So it's $10 per entry at the weather on Venmo. $10 gets you one entry, 20 gets you two, 5 gets you, or $50 gets you 5 entries. All the money goes to Disaster Task Force, goes to this to help cover the expenses of our deployment to these places that are just getting crushed right now. You can win. First prize is $100 in Wawa gift cards. Second prize is a $50 gift card to Longhorns Steakhouse or Olive Garden or Cheddar's or Bahama Breeze. And the third prize is a $25 Applebee's gift card. We will make posts about that. And when I say we, it'll be probably Lori. We'll make posts about that. And y'all can enter. I don't know when we're going to do the drawing. Today is Thursday. I don't know when we'll do it, honestly. If we deploy, I would like to deploy as soon as possible. So if you'd like to enter, please enter now so we can figure out where we are financially. Plus, I need to get the rental vehicle reserved because I don't think the vehicle that was sometimes loaned to us, I don't think that vehicle is available right now. Unfortunately, it would be the perfect vehicle to do this in, but that's it. Your forecast again, friends. It's just going to get wet. It's going to get wet later. It is going to be wet tomorrow, and it is going to be wet on Saturday. Saturday is going to be the wettest of the days, by the way. And we get a chance for some storms very late this afternoon, starting in the, I would say after, again, we could have a storm before sunset tonight, but I think it's going to happen after sunset and possibly as late as 11 midnight tonight, 1 o'clock in the morning. So don't be surprised if you see, not everyone is going to see a thunderstorm. They're going to be very sporadic, very spotty. But those that do have a very good chance of seeing a strong thunderstorm, gusty winds, downpours, hail, all of that stuff. And if you get tree damage, Snowscapes, because they're sponsoring Wycel. As I mentioned at the beginning of this Wycel, Snowscapes is making Wycel possible. Okay? All right. Nathan, if you're watching, well, wait. Nathan, if you're watching, buddy, look, I put your picture on the shelf. Can you see yourself, Nathan? There's Nathan right there. I moved his shelves around. Look, let me move out of the way. Well, let me move this way so you can hear me on the microphone. So behind me we have shelves, and there's little trinkets here from like the weather history here. More the weather history items here. I made a shelf dedicated to plankton. I'm going to hopefully find more plankton stuff to put on that shelf. This is the weather kids related stuff. There's Bennett boxes, the original Bennett envelope there, a little painting by Liv, and some other DeWeather kids related things there. This shelf down here really doesn't have anything on it. I don't know what to put there. Over here we just have various DeWeather Center memorabilia over the years that has DeWeather Center or Sid. That's basically the Sid shelf with the big blue cock stuff on there. If you have something you would like to see on this shelf, mail it to us. And I will put it, well, maybe depending what it is, I'm going to put like certain things on that shelf. But if there's something you would like me to put on that shelf that is plankton related or weather history related or that's all alcohol. That's all alcohol. I don't know how we got so much alcohol here, but there's never enough. That's Nathan. That is the clock, the first thing I ever got from a DeWeather fan. So if you have something, you want to see it on the shelf back there, mail it to us or come by and drop it off. The cutoff for entries for the gift card giveaway. I don't know. Just enter. enter as much as you can, as quickly as you can, and we'll try and figure it out. We're trying to raise money for the deployment. So if you can help, that would be awesome. We will let you know when the cutoff is. Today's Thursday. How about, I don't know. I don't know when the cutoff should be. I don't know. Maybe we'll try and raise a certain amount of money, and then we'll cut it off when you reach that certain amount of money. How does that sound? I don't know. We'll talk about it. We'll put it in a post when we put the post up. And then whenever we draw the 3 winners, we will do it live. We'll do it live, and then the same way we always do it, with the wheel, with everybody written down with their number of entries next to it. We'll show that to you before we do the drawing, so everything's on the up and up. Okay? All right. Thank you all. I love you. Ladies, I love you a little bit more. Lori, Tammy, Tim, kicking fucking ass. As always. I just never pay them the homage that they deserve, and today I thought I would do that. Also, tomorrow and tomorrow night, we're going to be putting kits together. Bennett boxes and CARES kits to take on the deployment. If you would like to help put those together, if you'd like to help volunteer, not help volunteer, if you'd like to volunteer to help, message us, please. Or just stop by the office at some point. We'll make a post about that too. But we need to put some more Bennett boxes together and some more CARES kits together, and we're going to take them. So if you'd like to help put those together, awesome. If you'd like to just come by, see headquarters, make a donation in person, that would be awesome. I will also put a post up for the Amazon list for CARES kits. Tim, Lori, remind me to do that. I will put a post up for the CARES kits Amazon list. All right, that's all I have for you. I love you all, ladies. I love you a little bit more. I will see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully. I mean, unless something catastrophic happens to me. Knock on wood, that doesn't happen. I'll see you. Go buy some entries for the gift cards. Thanks, everybody. Seriously, in all sincerity, thank you so much for everything you do for us. We can't do it without you.
This has been a severe weather episode of Wycel. What you can expect live is produced by D-Weather and is presented by Snowscapes. For more information on severe weather and severe weather preparedness, please follow D-Weather Cares on social media.